Say hello.
Hello สวัสดีค่ะ
So ผัดไทยนูนนะครับ
ผัดไทยหนึ่ง
ใช่นึ่ง
แล้วก็
and ควด
เบียร์
เลียวควดนึ่งนะครับ
ลีโอหนึ่ง
Okay.
ค่ะ
Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Guys, you're very welcome back indeed. This is Alpha Amigo occasionally. On this occasion, you find me winding down on a very, very hot and sticky night here in Bangkok after making a video for the Big Picture Panorama. But this is not, as you know, the Big Picture. Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, come on. Here's the all-important Leo. They know me around here. I don't take ice in my beer, so just gave me the bottle, large bottle. That shouldn't be more than 100 baht. Look, this video is about my experience, and I stress my experience of mingling with Thai people in this market. Specifically, this market, as you probably know if you're a regular viewer to the Big Picture of Panorama, but if you're not, it's Wigwang Night Market, and it's typical of a Thai market, but there's no tourists here. The tourists that come here are Chinese. You get the odd, very odd Korean or Singaporean, but very odd. It's usually Chinese Thai. It's almost 60-40 in favour of Thai at the moment of making this video. It used to be a lot less, but the Chinese are all over the place, and that's a good thing. But here's the deal. Am I accepted? Am I welcome? Or am I tolerated working in this market? Now, I'm talking specifically about this market. Thai people are among the most friendly, cordial, welcoming people you could ever meet in your life, and you don't need me to tell you that. If any of you have ever been to Thailand, those of you who live in Thailand, you know that without me saying it. But have you ever tried to work among them? Now, some of you are working in Thailand. Maybe you've worked as an English teacher, maybe you work in an office, maybe you work amongst Thais, and the experience you have will be absolutely positive and fantastic. My experience here is positive and fantastic, but I will tell you, and it's no fault of the Thai people, it's a fault of mine. I happen to mingle with the people here in this market while they're doing their job, while they're plying their trade. And on more than one occasion, and I'm not faulting them for this, I'm faulting myself, but I am faulting them for their reaction towards me. On more than one occasion, I've been treated less friendly than you'd expect, and I've been treated, I'll put it this way, I'll give you a couple of examples. Motorcycle taxi guys, and they're wonderful, they're absolutely wonderful. They have impromptu taxi ranks up and down around here, around the market, in laneways. Thank you, Kapom, thank you so much, thank you, Kapom. This is Pad Thai, there you go. We're looking at ballpark, just to give you prices on this, like if you're interested, maybe you are, maybe you're not. There you go. I don't know what you can see there, but boiled seafood, crab stick, stir fried, mama. By the way, a large bottle of Leo is 90 baht. That's pretty encouraging. Pad Thai with shrimp. Pad Thai. Yeah, they only advertise the Pad Thai with shrimp. I'm having the Pad Thai with pork. Most Thais have it with shrimp. I'm not a big seafood fan. Pad Thai with shrimp is 80 baht. So what is that? 170 baht for your beer and your Pad Thai. You can't really go wrong with that. I'm going to put this down here, I think. I hope it balances there. Yeah, look, I've been treated with a bit of animosity from time to time. And it's not their fault. Well, it is their fault for being like that. But hang on. Wow. One thing I noticed when I order Pad Thai, the noodles tend to stick together. You got to separate them. But I'll give you a couple of examples. I meant to say this. I'll give you a couple of examples. One night I was interviewing a girl not too far from here, And I was standing not at a doorway, about 2 meters from a doorway of a restaurant. But this particular restaurant, like most restaurants around Thailand and Bangkok, have seating on the street, like where I am here. And I wasn't so much blocking her doorway, but I was in her territory. But I was on a public thoroughfare, you see. I was on a sidewalk, on a pavement, on a footpath, whatever you call it. And she pushed me. She came up behind me and she literally pushed me out of the way. And I remember saying, in the middle of the interview with the girl, and she was a bit embarrassed, I said, "Don't push me. I mean, what do you say?" And this is what I'm talking about, the animosity. When you're mingling with Thais when they're going about their business, you're not necessarily interfering with them, because I wasn't. I'll tell you about the motorcycle taxi fellas in a minute, but I wasn't. But I got the more than distinct impression that I was just being tolerated. After 2.5 years doing videos, and at that time that's about a year ago, 1.5 years at that time, doing videos in the market, and the woman who pushed me knew me. And that just said a lot to me. That just showed me exactly what she thought, and what a lot of the other ones thought about me, was that I am just tolerated. They're here making a dollar, and fair play to them, and they work damn hard as well for it. But I come along and ply my trade alongside them. A lot of them are very friendly towards me. When I say friendly towards me, they never say hello. None of them. It doesn't happen. You get people saying hello to you every day of the week on the street otherwise, but when I do this here, because I'm the lone farang that sticks out like a sore thumb amongst the Thais, I am persona non grata. That's how I feel. And it's not, hang on one second, I'm not dilly-daddling here, or whatever it's called. That's straight out the walk. I'll probably lose my passport here for drinking and eating at the same time. Don't know what it's like where you live, but in Ireland there's a time for eating and a time for drinking, and they're not the same. You drink first and then you eat. You fall out of the pub and you go into fast food joint, but you don't do it together. But however, when in Rome, the thing about the motorcycle taxi guys, they have these impromptu taxi ranks. When I say impromptu, they mark them out with traffic cones in a laneway. Let's say there's 2 lanes. There's 2 lanes on the in the market here. Watch any of my videos, you'll see it. It's 2 lanes, and at the very top of the market, there's one of those lanes is a left-hand turn into a side street, and they have that left-hand turn cordoned off with traffic cones, and no one says anything to them, and it's an impromptu taxi rank. I was interviewing another girl there. Was I interviewing her, just standing there waiting to see if I could get someone to talk to? But I was literally on the periphery of that, just at the start of that, where the traffic cone started, and a fella on a Thai motorcycle taxi guy came along on a motorcycle taxi and screamed at me to get out of the way and usher me on my way. There was another time where at a motorcycle taxi rank directly across the road from that, a Thai motorcycle taxi fella broke the light on top of my camera. He was flailing his hands. I made a video about it, talking to his mates, and the light came flying off, and it was 2,000 baht, and I just said to him, it's broken. When I hit the ground, I said, that's 2,000 baht, and he went crazy. I won't go into details because I went into details on that before in the previous video, but it nearly turned into fisticuffs. I wasn't interested, but he was interested in it, and I was told in no uncertain terms to go and sling me hook. So the thing about being welcome in Thailand, we're all welcome. It's one of the most welcoming countries in the world. I don't really mean to tell you. But if you cross a Thai, forget about the welcome. You could probably say that, well, could you say that about most countries? In Ireland, everyone's welcome. And if you cross an Irish person, people will judge the situation for what it is. whether you're right or they're wrong. But here, the Thai is always right, and that's the truth. That is delicious. Oh my God, I have to drink this before it gets warm. Wonderful. But has it ever happened to you? Have you ever had an altercation with a Thai? I'm not saying, again, Thai people are wrong. You know, there's three sides to every story, you know that. There's one side, the other side, and the truth. But I'd be interested to hear. And you know, it's not indicative of Thai people when I talk about the fact that I get a bit of animosity, and sometimes a lot of animosity when I do what I do here. I feel like an outsider. Sometimes I think I'm made to feel like an outsider. And I suppose we're all outsiders when we're here. And it's a good thing. Because in Europe and the States and Australia and New Zealand, we accept refugees, we accept immigration, and they're not outsiders. So when an altercation occurs, we very rarely, well, I don't know, but I'm saying from where I'm from, we very rarely, you know, if there's an argument between an Irish person and, say, an immigrant, we very rarely target the immigrant as being wrong straight off the bat. But here, there's no immigration anyway. We're not immigrants, we're guests. The eternal guests, somebody said it to me before. But here, we're just guests. And whenever there's an altercation, the Thai is always right. And you can sing that. That's the truth. Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm wrong in saying that the animosity that I receive is their fault, not mine? I think by and large, I'm welcome here to do what I do. But it's less of a welcome and more of a tolerance just where I am. If I do it in Sukhumvit, I don't feel it like that. If I do it in Chinatown, I don't feel it like that. Because they're tourist areas. They expect Farang to be there. But not here. Here it's completely different. This is the second video I made about this. The first one was just too negative. I didn't put it up. If you're in Wigmang Night Market, you should come here. This is just beside Samshai Clinic, if you know it. And I think it's about, I don't know, it's open till all hours. Some of the restaurants here or whatever are open 24 hours a day. Hello. Wow. You probably see it there in the background, I don't know if you can. My goodness. But anyway, this channel is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you enjoyed this video half as much as I'm enjoying this pad thai, you click the like button, the share button, subscribe button, do all those wonderful things, and I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon.